This is Lauren from Wearing History blog and Wearing History Patterns. I just want to take a second to talk about this 1920s dress that's leaving my collection, but I want to show you some details and test out our new video camera. So this dress is in kind of rough condition, but it's got some really interesting details that will probably inspire your creations. Most notably, it's got these fantastic slits that are finished with a zigzag edge, and then they are beaded. So if you look really closely, it's just finished with thread, like a zigzag, and then the beads are applied, and it's mimicked here on the front of the dress. So these slits are considerable length. Goes on the sleeves, and then also mirrored on the back here. So to get this effect, you would cut the under bodice slightly shorter so that it creates this little like puff, right? And then this is the same color as this under bodice. A strip is sewn here and then beaded to mimic that. And then up at the neckline, this is finished in the same way as the sleeves, but applied to the underlining. So you get the beading there. So you've got a contrast of the tan and the black. And then the skirt is really interesting because the lining does not continue down to the bottom of the skirt, but it's cut in these really great gores that are pleated at the waist here to get that effect, but then also sewn down. So there's two layers of black, one that gets the drape effect and one that is the base. And this is finished with a really narrow rolled hem, and then the little bow at the waist that also helps with the overall effect of using the base fabric. So this has 1, 2, 3, 4, about probably 6 different layers, which when you would move it would make it really flow beautifully in the skirt. I don't want to shake it around too much because it is in delicate shape, but it's a lovely little dress, and I just wanted to give you some inspiration for your dressmaking to try out this method. So you would just cut it of the flat fabric and then sew your slits and very narrowly finish these. And at the top, it's kind of like whipped together. Looks like someone did this later on to prevent the tears from spreading. Here. Right there we've got a little, it's like hem stitched. So what they probably did was do this whole thing with hem stitching, which would zigzag both edges. And then to keep that from splitting at the top, they just would not cut through the center. So with the old hem stitching attachment, it creates these holes. And then to create the faggoted edge, like you would have on a sleeve or the edge of a garment, you would cut it and you would get this little finish like this. So they just didn't cut it at the very top, and that's how they got that effect. It's actually really ingenious, and at the bottom it's not split either. So clever little dressmaking technique. You can also do this by hand. It takes a really long time. The attachments, the hem stitching attachments, are for the old Singer machines and can be kind of expensive. But if you find them, you could have a similar effect by machine. So I hope you find that little dress inspiring with all its lovely little details. You can check me out on wearinghistoryblog.com, Wearing History on Facebook, and my website is wearinghistory.clothing.